Hey, let me get y'all's attention. Let's get this thing started. Like I said. I want to thank everybody that helped me pull this one off. I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is just straight relentless right here. This is never say die and do it. You know, it's this is one that today it was like when we finally got going and it started raining. I thought, man, we just can't catch a break. We went through, we lost the track last night, we lost it again today. Craig, those guys, Johnny, everybody out there in the track setting it up, got it back together, we finished our show. But I mean, everybody on my staff, and it's incredible to have a team like I got. And I couldn't do any of it without them. Mike and Ricky for praying for me because I needed it, you know. It was, this has been, man, you know, last year COVID was tough. And right now it's SDBA 2 weather 0. I'm looking for the race where it's like, where the hell's a water truck? And when I say that, we'll get to San Angelo and we'll need the water truck on Saturday and a pump truck on Sunday, so I got to be careful there too. Guys, I thank every one of you for coming and supporting this deal. And I know y'all got a choice of where you race, and I appreciate you coming here. And we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to keep doing it at a very high level. And we got an A-team here, and I thank them, I mean, right down to Colton and Mike, every one of them. I mean, our out-ramp, in-ramp, track, logistics of setting this thing up, from people coming in here from the city and volunteering and helping me mow this thing. I mean, we literally, the groundwater was 6 inches below it, and this has been a tough one, guys. But a lot of money is spent way in months in advance of pulling one of these things off. I mean, you can't go down on Sunday afternoon and buy these trophies or these shirts or any of this stuff, and so it's tough to do. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank every one of you. And so let's get to, and then we're fixing to do the reaction deal. My fuel truck, we gotta have this fuel truck here. And I talked to Pat Kinsey about this, and he's going to help me with a little incentive to get people here with the fuel truck. So this race, it doesn't affect, but from starting in San Angelo for reaction pot for that $100, you'll have to show me a fuel receipt from Sunoco, okay? We got to do that. I cannot afford not to bring these guys to ever race. I mean, it's too hard. I know there's a lot of people. If you buy your fuel from Sunoco, bring me a receipt that says it, okay? We got to support this guy here. And so he brings fuel to every race. He brings whatever we want, okay? So I got to do it. If it means coming and buying 5 gallons for your buddy and then somebody else, I don't care. Let's get to get the reaction pot, you're gonna have to show me a receipt with your name on it. And that's the right thing to do, and that's what we're gonna do. If nobody wins that, Pat's ain't getting the money back, we're gonna carry it over to the next race. And so the money's gonna stay there, it's gonna go where he wants it to go. And with that said, I'm gonna turn this over to Colton and these guys to get that done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. David. First off, you guys deserve a round of applause because even with the muddy conditions today, you guys still busted your butt to get to the ramp whenever you were called. So thank you to each and every one of you first and foremost. Yeah, George called. Yeah, we were for a minute, but we found out why.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do our reaction times. Thank you to Pat Kinsey for putting up the money for this best reaction time for yesterday and today. So this is just for today. We're going to go from fast to slow. Yes, thank you, Pat Kinsey. Give Pat a round of applause. He deserves it. All right, so we're going to start off with top alcohol flat bottom. That's going to be Bill Diaz in a War Party Ride Zone with a 123 light. He's not here yet. Okay. Pro Modified, Henry Bainey, and Don't Blink. We're over to Pearl Outlaw, Bill White. kickoff. 0:35. Pro jet was Tim Ortiz in the F-bomb, 085. Yeah, those shoes are awesome. Oh, boy. Make sure you get those feet. Break the camera. Tim, back with that back. Yeah. Quick Eliminator. Tommy, the Lunchbox Rice, 015. In Pro Eliminator, High Plains Drifter was Ty Bowleg with an 087 light. Well, I can guarantee you this next guy didn't have the weekend that he wanted to have, but at least there's one bright side. He gets $100. Monoplant Eliminator, Jesse James Jr., the Outlaw with an 041 light. In Top Eliminator, it was Jerry Brandon back in black with an 031 light. Stock Eliminator, Ashley Winslet, Vanishing Bree with no 88 light. And last but not least, personal watercraft, taking home a little bit more money. Jody Smith, a little maniac with no 21 light. Yeah, you know, I started talking mess to her and Brian, and now she's taking $1,200 worth of reaction time money. Learned my lesson there. All right, so now it's awards time. This competition, what was this? Drag boat race number 4 or 5 for me, and this was without a doubt the stiffest competition that I've seen so far. It was an awesome race weekend. You guys deserve so much more than we could ever give you. Competition is absolutely beautiful. You guys are amazing sportsmen to each other, and this was just one of the best weekends that I've had in racing, period, whether it be land, on water, it doesn't matter. So congratulations to each and every one of you. No matter what, you guys are all winners in my book. So personal watercraft, runner-up, Jody Smith, driving for Randy Ball, the little maniac. All right, you gotta talk.
I want to thank Randy Ball, WCR Construction, RSP, and to the
wins and coming out on top of it one more time on a little Okie. 2 wins in a row in 2021 for Jake Smith. All right, 2 wins in a row.
What about it? I want to thank Randy Ball, David Carroll, Stacy Smith, Colton, Mike. Thank you, Mike. And Mickey Hayes. That's it. All right, bye.
You almost give better speeches than Tony Scarlatti. Almost. Stock Eliminator. Your runner-up, Chase Diggett, Zachary Watson. So Zachary, hang on, you gotta tell me. So that final round, that was a tough one against Ashley. The boat, something happened to the boat. The boat didn't move off starting line. What happened?
It backfired and just wanted to start back up.
It's been running back, but you made it to the final, so congratulations.
So I'd like to thank everyone that made this possible. David Carroll, Walter, do it again, Dylan. Mike Rickett.
Good job. And your Stock Eliminator winner, driving Vanishing Green, Ashley Winslet. Well, no final round is easy, and I'm sure this one wasn't either.
No, I hate to be like that, but I'm sure we'll meet again for the final round somewhere else. I'd like to thank my parents for running Chantel, for always helping me in Fast Line Fabrication, Trinity, Racing Ministries, RESP, and David Carroll, SDBA. Thank you for putting on an awesome race. Thank you.
Now Untitled Eliminator. This was one of my favorite final rounds, just for the fact of who was in the final round. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to modify. We ran them out of order. That's why. Modified Eliminator. This one is also one of my favorites, just because of the story. The Slippery Pickle, Tyler Bain, your runner-up in Modified Eliminator.
Where's the picture? He wants me to need my toe touch. Why your toe? That's all I do.
All right, so Tyler, you told me about an hour before your final round that if you and Gavin could make it to the final round, this was going to be for all the bragging rights for the next who knows how long. But you didn't get it.
2 weeks. That's all I'm going to give you, cuz it's 2 weeks. I'll give you that, but I'm also going to give you a target on your back for saying Angela. Thank y'all, everybody. This is obviously a very hard race, but it was a great job by everybody. Texas team to make it work. You guys, I couldn't do it without everybody up here. First and foremost, thank you to God, because without that, we're not going to be here. So, thank you, everybody, and we'll see y'all in San Angelo.
Yeah, I think they're going to be talking about that one for a little more than 2 weeks. So the one who does get the bragging rights for at least the next 2 weeks, even if you do get him back in 2 weeks, he's still never going to let you forget about this one. Gavin Snyder driving 6 to midnight. Your winner at Monoplant Eliminator.
He's over here. He's hiding.
All right, so he says it's just going to be 2 weeks, but I know better. It's not just going to be over in 2 weeks.
No, this one might take a little while. I don't know if y'all know, not really Tyler first because we also did a lot of football. But I promised him that I wouldn't tell the guys at Cards this week. No, I want to thank my mom and dad, Jim Bo for borrowing motors and parts and everything else. I had an absolute blast. Mike, Rick, Imran, you guys are awesome. And I like that I had a special passenger today. This one's for Dirty Harry. Some of y'all might not know who he is. Some of y'all might remember him. But I know he's still with us.
Congratulations. Now we're going to Top Eliminator. And this one, just because of who was in the final round against each other, and for one thing, it was to see if Mr. Golf could be in the same winner's circle and as his son, the other Mr. Golf. And it ended up happening just that way. But for now, their runner-up, Jerry Branham, back in black, your runner-up Top Eliminator. You must have known you couldn't get that old man any slack.
Well, hey, what I want to say about the old man is, look, hey, all you youngsters coming up, if I'm fortunate enough to still be doing this when I'm 74 years old, hey, y'all throw me a red light every once in a while, would you? No. I didn't give George anything. He's a heck of a racer. Any time I match up with George in the finals, it's a good day. Absolutely good. You know, when I first got into Top Eliminator, I told George, I said, I come here to race the golf because they're the guys. And we have a great time doing this. Thank you to everybody. Hey, I get to do the football. I get to drive the hot rod. All these guys right here, they make it happen. The hot rod crew down there, thank y'all very much for all the help. And I want to give a very, very special thanks to the guys on the ramp help. The boys got amazing. You guys all know when we go to the different places, sometimes it gets kind of frustrating on the ramp. These guys here, excellent. And thank you, David Carroll, and everybody that put this on. It was tough. We got it done, and here we go. See y'all in San Andreas.
And the winner in Top Eliminator is no stranger to being in the winner's circle, but this is the first winner's circle he ever gets to share with his son. Mr. George Goff, your winner at Top Eliminator. By the way, Jerry, he's not 74, he's 72.
You gotta think about it.
Oh yeah, you gotta say something. What an awesome weekend, Mr. George.
Thank you. Good call.
I want Bruce to thank Bruce and Bobby Whitler with Electro Freeze, my friends and sponsors, and Trinity Ministries, REST, Emily and her crew down at the Outramp. That's the best job I've ever had down here at this race. It was fantastic. In-rank guys are pretty good too. And I want to thank Vic Fugate, his crew, David Merchant's crew. It was a buddy weekend. GW and his wife and great kids. Everyone's helpful. And I'm getting told I can't do it by myself, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, and I forgot Todd Williams.
And I forgot David too.
Your Pro Eliminator runner-up, High Plains Drifter, Mr. Ty Bolweg. Well, one step further would have been a little bit nicer, right?
But I'd like to thank Mom, Dad, Mike, and Uncle Willie here, David and SDBA for putting on an awesome race, ramp workers for doing an excellent job, and Trinity for making sure our minds are right when we get in the water. Thanks again to everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Your Pro Eliminator winner is pretty cool. The man lives about 25 hours away from Paris, Texas. But he has made the investment this year because he wants to run every single SDBA race. And he has made the investment of keeping his boat in the Midwest and flying to every race this season. And this is his first race with the Southern Track Boat Association. Driving hot shot, Mr. Dave Lipinski. I think they're 25 hours away from home, and you come out here, it's got to be worth it now, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, David Carroll, he's got this place going on, because to keep this whole organization together after all the stuff that this world's been with, he's doing one hell of a job. I want to really give him a lot of credit. And these girls and guys at the ramp in and out in that water doing the job they did, and the jet skiers, you can't give them enough credit for what they do all day long. So I want to thank them. This SDBA, you guys are wonderful. It beats the hell out of California racing by 100%.
I think that's a mic drop moment. What else needs to be said? You got some sponsors to thank or something?
Yeah, I've got my engine builder, Steve Booty, out of Fresno, and my son, hands-on hydroponics, and my kid's inheritance. But other than that, and Social Security. But I have to thank the hospitality and the help that Scooby has done for me this weekend, because my two guys that are from Dallas couldn't make it. But I want to really thank Scooby 100%. I really thank you guys.
Congratulations. The quick eliminator final was a little strange for me. I was definitely not expecting the result that we had. Not saying that I was thinking it was going to go any other way, but the way it happened just surprised the heck out of me. Your runner-up, driver of the Electro Free Special and Quick Eliminator, Mr. Tommy Rice. Lunchbox. Tommy Lunchbox Bryce, you gotta tell me, what in the world happened to that final round?
The sport will make you lose your hair. No, we knew we were going to have a solid run in the final, and we went back out there on our line run and broke a lifter, and then took a chance. I hated doing that to Ken, but I knew he would be ready, and he certainly was making his pass and certainly win. So we'll take another run at the San Angelo. Definitely got to thank Bobby and Bruce with Electro Freeze. Glad they were able to come out. It's been a long time since they've been able to come out to a race. David Carroll gives us a great hot rod, and it's just frustrating to come up short like that. But we'll be at the next one.
And your winner in Quick Eliminator, driving through the fire, Mr. Ken Jenkins. Ken, I knew that it was going to be a great race in the final round. I was not expecting Tommy Rice to have problems, but I wasn't surprised that you won.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking a few people. First of all, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, thank you. Just for letting me be out here. My wife, Mickey, for waking me up at 2 in the morning and said, let's go racing. I'd like to thank David Cooper because I went out to DeKalb, Texas, if anybody can find it, to look at a boat, and I left with a new best friend. So thank you. I'd like to thank my whole crew. My family's here. Rachel's here, Gary's here, Shane, her grandson. Got Tony, been my friend for 20 years. Brian makes me feel safe when he's putting me in and out of the boat. I got Jody back there helping. I got Larry, Susan, the most awesome people you'd ever want to meet. Back home, Jeremy Thornberry, it's all his fault for getting me into this. Jeremy Parsley, Gary Wilford, sorry. These guys have got to be mentioned because it's been a long, hard journey, guys. And I just thought my redhead was hard on my checkbook. And then I got my new red boat. And then everything tears up, hey, check. We broke the camshaft here 1 year ago at our first race trying to get a license. So it's really special. It's been a long, hard road. It's been a 40-year dream. And I never dreamed, I just wanted to get out here and run down the lake. I never dreamed I'd be able to compete with people like Tommy Rice, Todd Ebert, names that you see on TV. This is just unbelievable. Thank you.
And now for Pro Jet. It's one of our newer categories, but it's one of the most fun categories for sure. Pro Jet, your runner-up, driving nonsense, Mr. Nathan Haynes. Well, that's just nice. All right, so we'll get him his plaque in a minute. Let's go on to the Pro Jet winner. He was also your #1 qualifier this weekend. This is no surprise. Your Pro Jet winner, driving F-bomb, Mr. Tim Ortiz. Tim Ortiz. I don't know what kind of fuel you put in that boat. I don't know what you rub on it to freshen it up whenever it's at the house. But you got the fastest jet boat in the entire country. And I don't think anybody is willing to argue with it.
Yeah, we've got a hot rod for sure. It's a little wore out. So I said last deal that we weren't gonna run that thing. 2 boats is just a nightmare, not only for me, for the team, but you can blame Pat Kinsey for that one. He came over last Sunday and said, "Hey, you're taking your boat." I'm like, "Oh, okay, guess we're taking the boat." So, no, we had a good weekend. Nathan had me dead to rights in the final because it stumbled. I didn't put no heat in it between rounds for the Pro Mod, so I got lucky there. But the class is good. I really have high hopes, expectations for the class. There's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna whoop our butt. I said, no, they're coming. So anyway, for David, the entire SDBA team, I don't know how the hell you guys do it, but y'all keep getting it in and beating the weather. A lot of money involved before you show up and decisions to be made, and you guys continue to make it happen. We have to support our associations because when this stuff is gone, it ain't coming back. So everybody, support the SDBA, and I still say we're nothing but class and the best organization out there. So thank you guys. Thanks to the team for sure.
Congratulations. And now Pro Comp Flat. Your runner-up, Drummond Flat Wicket, Mr. David Merchant. You missed it by about that much in the final.
I want to give a special thanks to Prix and last year they were not able to come out to any races. This is their first race this year. It's just, they are such a huge part of what we do here. So much thanks to you guys. I want to thank David Carroll too for putting on a heck of a program. He does a thankless job. He really does. Couldn't do this without you, David. Mike Griffith, thank you very much, and Rick, you guys, you warm our hearts. Every time we get on that boat and we're headed to the ramp, you guys make it possible for us. Much appreciation. I want to thank my wife. She's a big part of what this is all about for me. My beautiful wife, absolutely. And GW and George Goff, they're so huge in helping me and doing everything that I've been able to do. Thank you very much.
Speaking of that GW Golf guy, from almost getting thrown out of the boat in qualifying session number 2, yeah, I'm still going to bring that up, and I'm probably going to bring it up in San Angelo too, because that was just, I crapped myself, and I wasn't even in the boat. So, driving the Electro Freeze Express, your winner in Pro Comp Flat, Mr. GW Golf. Getting to share the winner's circle with your dad for the first time ever, especially after the wild ride, all that craziness that happened, and all the good runs this weekend. You make it to the finals, you win the finals, and then your dad comes back after you and wins the finals. It's just got to be amazing.
It doesn't get no better than it, that's for sure. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad. Everything I know about flat bottom, no doubt about it. I got to thank Bruce and Bobby Wicker, Electro Freeze in Texas. They are huge for a bunch of us. Brother Mike, Ricky, RESP girls, Jimmy, Todd, you're my man. Almost needed you. I'm glad I didn't. David Carroll, doing an awesome job with this whole deal. Vic, Christy, thank you guys. David Merchant, Todd, my wife. Almost forgot you again. The only thing that would make this better is that my mama could have been here. I miss her every day, and it would have been awesome for her to have been here to see what me and my dad did today. Awesome.
Doesn't get much better than that. Pro Outlaw. We'll do Pro Modified. It's on the sheet. I love it. Right. We got it all out of whack today. It'll be fine. So Pro Modified, your runner-up. Empty Pockets, Mr. Tim Ortiz. That's got to be the quickest wardrobe change I've ever seen.
Pretty quick. It's no stranger we've struggled a little bit with this boat, but I think we've turned it around a little bit. I think we got a service a hot rod. Pretty consistent all weekend. It was a tick short. That dadgum Daryl Ehrlich. Son of a gun. No, I think we're going the right direction. Pat Kinsey, gotta thank him for putting me in the boat, helping me with mine. The team is phenomenal. They work on 2 boats, double the work at home. They get all the credit. I just get to live the dream and drive, stab the loud pedal. So again, SDBA, excellent job. Brother Mike, thank you for double dipping with me, brother. Wouldn't do it any other way. So we'll see y'all in Angelo.
And speaking of that other guy that we've heard his name a couple of times, Papa Doug Mader, for those of you that know, this is his 50th year of drag boat racing. I don't know very many people that can keep doing this crazy stuff for 50 years, but somehow Paul's done it. So at least he can say now that regardless of how the rest of the season goes, he at least got 1 win in his 50th year of drag boat racing. So ladies and gentlemen, your Pro Modified winner, Mr. Daryl Ehrlich. Okay, Daryl, I'm sorry. I think you've talked enough. Papa, how does this feel?
Without all these guys here, we've got a new crew guy here. He's taking us here, man. Anyhow, I'll let the guy that really knows how to talk do the mic now.
Well, you almost got off the hook. Anyway, hey, Dave and the SDBA crew, everybody behind the scenes that does this, man, amazing. Once again, you'll get a good one. I'm going to bring you a bunch of Kool-Aid to drive the water next time. The preacher man, we always feel righteous when we go in the water on your side of this thing. Thank you for being there for us.
Yep.
Doug for wanting to do this for another 50 years. We'll see how that goes, right? And Chris and Randall for just jumping all over the boat all weekend, being perfect. Mostly to Angie for making me smile all the time. Love you guys. Oh, one more thing. Tim Ortiz, when he's in the other lane, he will bring your A+ game. So we got lucky today, but I'll take them all day long.
Yep.
And now for Pro Outlaw.
Outlaw traded the number 1 qualifying spot back and forth all throughout qualifying. All 3 rounds of qualifying, it just flip-flopped. And when it comes to eliminations time, the guy who ended up taking the number 1 qualifying spot was the guy who ended up winning. But the runner-up, the guy in the other lane, alcoholic behavior, Mr. Bill Wire. What an awesome race that was in the finals, too.
Yeah, it was, man. Congrats to Eric DeMint, man. He ran really solid all weekend. I can't say enough about my crew. We couldn't do it without all these guys. They worked their butts off. Also want to give thanks to David Carroll for all you do for the SDBA. Appreciate it. Mike Griffith, thanks, man. About it.
Congratulations. And now this next guy, I give him a lot of crap, but if I didn't, that would mean I didn't like him. I love this next guy, I love this entire team, and he definitely deserved this one. 2 in a row, undefeated in 2021 in Pro Outlaw, Mr. Eric DeMint. Y'all got enough people for a football team. So, if you don't think Perch first, because you know Perch bailed you out on this one, I'm just saying.
Hey, you get that boat rolling. You know, I'm just gonna let you on this drive it. Hello. Big round, brother. We're a good friend that we're praying for him. Mike, I gotta thank y'all. Thank y'all for always being there. RESP, Beverly Jim, Dr. Motors, Ed Carroll, the whole SDBA team. I gotta thank my boy back there, Pat Hobbs, somewhere. Where's he at? I wanted one of these keys. I've been seeing those keys on Facebook for a while. And I was like, man, I gotta get me one of those keys. I said, I can't afford one at home, but I need a key. Thank you for the lane sponsor. Thanks for the City of Paris for sponsoring the lane. We'll see y'all in San Antonio.
Get up there.
Get a picture with the key. I'm gonna take a little pause for the coffee. Quick pause.
Right, you ready? Y'all ready? Talk about it. Got it.
Yeah, I don't like that little look you're going with. All right, so top alcohol, flat bottom. One of my favorite categories. It's just undeniable. Top alcohol, flat bottom. I hear a little birdie tells me we're going to have another cool player in top alcohol flat bottom coming up in San Angelo. I can let you guess who that is. I'm saying. But this weekend, the two warriors in top alcohol flat bottom, your runner-up, Mr. Bill Miller. Mr. Bill looking at the sky, Miller. They out here? Where they at? You know, Bill's got to help Max get that boat, put up and everything. All right, so your winner, top alcohol flat bottom, the War Party rides on, undefeated so far in 2021, Mr. Bill Diaz. All right, Bill, I need that horseshoe or four-leaf clover or whatever it is you got, because it is no denying you guys were struggling this weekend, but somehow you guys pulled it out just like you always do.
There's no horseshoe or four-leaf clover, there's no luck. You make your luck. This team is what makes our luck. These guys work so hard. We're missing Nancy Stack. She was supposed to be here this weekend. She had other stuff to do, so we didn't get to have her, and we consider her as upper management. And she handles a lot of stuff that we're not smart enough to handle. And Nancy Davis was the original upper management boss lady. She was the one that handled all that stuff. I didn't realize how spoiled we were until we lost her. And she really, really, really took care of us. And that's why we keep fighting as hard as we do. I got to thank a couple people. Mike Isham kind of hooked us up with the local Paris Harley dealership, and they helped us out, and they were great people. We had a great time hanging out with them, and they got a bunch of cool bikes over there. And if you're interested in motorcycles, just go right down the road. Those guys are great people. The infamous brewing guys, as usual, are always on our side. They stock us full of beer, and they help out a bunch, and they're just fun to be around. Stewie here, the pool man. If you're in Austin, you need a pool guy, use a guy. There's a lot of other people that help us out, and I always draw a blank when we do this, but Racers ESP. I heard at the drivers meeting that they only have 80 members. If you're not a member, I am ashamed of you. You need to be a member of Racers ESP. They are here for us, 100%. They don't get anything out of it but helping you as a racer. Mike, you know how special you are to the War Party team. Thank you. David, you did a great job as usual. Last thing I gotta say is, normally I get a lot of phone calls and texts when we have a good weekend or even when we have a bad weekend, but this weekend my phone was on fire because everybody was watching Racers H2O.
Yeah!
Every time we went in the water, every time we got out of the water, and after we pulled the wind off here, my phone is literally on fire because of everybody's watching. So appreciate that. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm going to need a chair because I think I'm going to have to sit down for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, top alcohol hydro, Paris 2021, living the dream, Mr. Marty Logan. Hey, thank God there are no chairs. stomach's growling, so I'm hoping for some food here in just a second. Don't be too long, please. Thank you.
You're gonna hand me the microphone? Okay, normally I have a chair that I turn around here, y'all know that, you know what I do, so y'all just indulge with me for a moment. Okay, here we are back at Paris, Texas. It's one of our favorite tracks. And, you know, it's just really, I'm really proud to be part of this SDBA racing family. It's just a bunch of great people that love what they do, and they love their fellow racers, and I'm just proud to be part of this deal. There's a lot of people I want to thank for the opportunity that we had today. First and foremost, all the glory goes to God. Without Him, none of this is possible. You know, with that said, there's a lot of other people that are responsible for this today. David, thank you, my friend. You always do a top-notch job, you and your staff, of putting this race on with a lot of adverse conditions, but you got it done. Thank you very much. All the girls at RESP, Beverly, Dewana, all of you girls, thank you so much for what y'all do, for backing us up, and if we ever need you, I hope we don't, but if we do, you're always there. My divine intervention warrior, Mr. Mike Griffith, Trinity Racing Ministries. Wouldn't go in the water without him. He's our brother. He's the one that actually really cares about all you guys. You know, y'all indulge me for just a moment. There's one other guy that I want to say something about today that doesn't get mentioned a lot, but this guy has a huge, huge responsibility at every single race. And he makes sure that every single one of you that are in a boat, that the track is safe for you before you go down the track. And he is the best starter in drag boat racing, Mr. Jerry Gray. Anyway, you know, we had a good day today. We had a good weekend. I just love being with all you, and I look forward to being with y'all at the next race in San Angelo. And I'm proud to be a part of this. The guys at Bankship, thank you very much for. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the tech people, yeah. Hey, how about the in-ramp and out-ramp people? All the guys with the jet skis, thank you very much. And like I said, I'm very proud to be part of this deal, and we'll see all y'all at San Angelo. Thank y'all very much.
Ooh, thank the Lord. I'm just kidding, Marty. I'm just kidding. So I just want to say a quick thank you, Mr. Mike Starr, my partner in crime for the weekend. Awesome job as always. I so enjoy having Mr. Mike here with me. He gives me a little breather every now and then. Thank you so much. Thank you, David Carroll, Southern Track Boat Association, everybody. It was such an awesome weekend. I'm so glad we got to pull this thing off. That is 2 for us, 0 for Mother Nature, and let's keep it that way the entire season. All right, so we're not going to keep it very much longer. Mr. Mike, come lead us in a word of prayer, please, sir. Give us a word.
We'll let David have a little word here.
Guys, I just, again, I want to thank everybody here that supports this deal, and it's huge to me and all the staff, and like I said, I appreciate everybody. I know that reinforcing that today, and that's the reason we do it, guys. I appreciate it, and man, thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, guys, just a couple quick shout outs before we go, and then we're going to get out of here. I've already preached today, so we're not going to do that again. Man, there's somebody that their group shows up here everywhere we go and everywhere we race, and I hope you guys never learn who they are personally or need their services either, but we have something at our drag boat races that nobody else in any other form of racing has that can
compared to them. And that is our SDBA rescue team. They are, some of you got it done today, some of you didn't get it done today when you came up here and spoke, and I'm going to thank each and every one of these people before we go. The ladies, the wives, the girlfriend, the significant others, the moms, the ladies of the SDBA that come out and do what they do so we can do what we do. Thank you, ladies. One last little thing, and I want to bring this down, but y'all need to know about this. Eric kind of alluded to it. One of our own is suffering right now. We talked about Barry and Cindy, and we're not going to forget about them. But in the last 24 hours, a person that's very near and dear to every one of us. If you've never met him, I know you've seen him around here, and you'll know who I'm talking to. The guy is a giant in our sport. And he would help anybody at any time. Big John Ridgway. So we're closing. We're going to have a little prayer for John Ridgway, and I'm going to pray us out of here and get us home safe, and I'm going to see all you guys back in San Angelo, Texas. Lord, thank you for showing up today. Thank you for that sunshine, Father. I will not challenge you on weather again. You win. Lord, be with Big John Ridgway and this entire family as he deals with this illness, Father. Whatever way this may go, Lord, we know that he is in your hand and we are in your hands, and the outcome, you will bring us peace and comfort, Father. Be with us in this situation. You brought us all here safely. We're asking that you all get us out of Monopalooza safely. Deliver us home, however that may be, and bring us back together in San Angelo, Texas. Giving you the glory and the honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.